What's going on, guys? It's your boy, Midnight, coming to you live. Yeah, feeling ready and hyped up to tell you about this great review for what? Cocaine Bear. And let me tell you something. There was plenty of that pure Colombian white snow. Oh, just off the Richter skywalk. It was enough cocaine in this movie for Snowfall and Damson Idris to get jealous. Why? That bear did so much coke. It was crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you. When it first came out, it sounded crazy. So crazy, in fact, that I thought this movie was gonna be terrible. I had a great time. It was people sitting behind me in the theater. We were just laughing the entire time, like from start to finish. I mean, the bear attacks were definitely gruesome. I'm not even going to deny that. Just a little backstory. This is very loosely based. They fictionalized the true story of what took place. Was that a drug cartel plane was flying over Tennessee, and a bunch of pure Colombian coke fell out of the plane, and it was consumed by a bear. Well, what happened to the bear? The bear was in agonizing pain for about 9 to 12 hours before dying. But in this movie, the bear was high out of its mind, to the point where it's like we don't even see, if memory serves me correct, we don't even see the bear doing coke the first time around. Like when we first meet the bear's already had its couple hits. Like we see the plane, we see the coke fall out, but we don't know what was taken. But we all know, but we don't know. There was this couple that gets the wife. All I'm gonna say is, just don't reach out to bears. Do not treat them like pets. And I like how in the beginning of the movie they show some different clips from Wikipedia. Right, about how to interact with bears and how to not interact. It's a lie. What they were lying the entire time. Like, black bears don't care. Okay, they are the only. That's a lie. I'm sorry. They will actively. Black bears and polar bears will actively hunt humans if hungry enough. Grizzlies usually stay away, but if you intrude on their territory or mess with the cubs, that's where all bears go. It's going to be a problem, and you're not trying to deal with that at all. You don't want those problems, okay? You don't want to deal with coming after you, okay? Like it gets bloody. This is a blood-drenched movie. There's so many people in it. There's Ray Liotta, rest in peace. Margot Martindale, who I love in Justified. She was great as the Bennett matriarch in season 2, I believe, of Justified. She was phenomenal. You got Kerry Russell, who I always enjoy seeing. The kids in the movie were great. The detective, I forget his name, Isaiah Jones Jr., I believe, was his name. Let's actually take a look here. Let's take a look at the cast here. O'Shea Jackson Jr., he was great. I felt like there was one scene in particular where he was just absolutely funny in, but at the same time, it's kind of like, I wanted just a little bit more from him. As far as, I know it's a crazy situation, but I just want just a little bit more. I'm not saying you got to give an Oscar worthy performance, but just a little bit more frustration with the situation. But that was kind of him at the beginning, and then like when things start to get serious, it's like, okay, yeah, cool, we're here. So in the beginning, it was kind of like, but then towards the middle, and then to the end, O'Shea, he was cool. Alden Ehrenreich, known for playing Han Solo in Solo, He was cool. I liked his character. He was really, really funny. Um, let's see who else we got here. Yes, Isaiah Whitlock, not Isaiah Jones. Isaiah Whitlock. He was great as Bob the Detective. I loved it. There was a Western standoff on top of a gazebo that was so good in the insert shots with the guy. I was like, okay, that's fire. I'm not even denying it. That was fire. Um, let's see who else. Ayula Smart playing Reba. There was this. All I'm gonna say is there's a twist at some point that you don't expect, but it was kind of like, dang, do we really need that? But okay, hey, look, I'm gonna rock with it. I'm gonna roll with it. No problem. Cool. Um, let's see who else. Beth, nah, that the okay. So, Ka Hyun Kim and his name is Scott Sace. Yeah. So there's the ambulance scene that we see in the see part of in the trailer, and no, it doesn't even the trailer doesn't do enough justice to how crazy that scene was. It got out of control. Okay, I mean seriously, it got out of control and off road. It was great. Love that. Jesse Tyler Ferguson, he plays like the love interest to Margot Martindale. And yeah, nah, he's the typical, like, no, I know everything about nature, no problem. I'm gonna tell you what's right. Bears are our friends and all. Okay. 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 That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. You can infer what happens to him. But and it's brutal. I mean, bloody. Directed by Elizabeth Banks. This movie was truly, truly brutal. I was listening to a review from John Kemp, and he was saying that there was not enough bear action, and there were at points where I was like, where's the bear? But the way they play with the bear popping up at different points as like this looming figure of darkness, this creature in the shadows. You never know where it's coming and when it's showing up. I like that they did that. I think it worked. I think we got plenty of bear action. Listen, the bear was literally saying, "Bear with me. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna put a pause on, not barely, for real." That's how that's gonna go down. If anybody remembers the movie, the horrible, horrible Brendan Fraser movie, Furry Vengeance. This is what it was, just with cocaine. And Ray Liotta, he plays the drug boss, who was like pretty much partially responsible for losing all that cocaine, $14 million worth. He said it was about 70, did he say 70 pounds? I believe 70 pounds of cocaine, I think, was lost. There's a point in time where the kids are doing coke, and it's just that scene was funny. I'm not even gonna lie to you. There's a lot of hit points for this movie, a lot of good moments. I recommend seeing this. I'm gonna see, well, clearly on my screen here, it's not Cocaine Bear, it's Spinning Gold, but I'm gonna see that at some point. But yeah, no, it's really interesting. There are some things, my criticisms are, I wish some scenes played out a bit longer instead of cutting in with, all right, so it was like a scene was going on and you felt like more should have taken place, but instead they cut it and go to, let's go check on these other characters. And then something's about, it's kind of inconsistent in that way. There's points where they get it, and then there's other points where it's like, yeah, that doesn't work. I think that there were some longer takes that should have stayed in. And I know they were trying to keep the movie down to a certain time frame, which is understandable. But I think if you let certain things play out a bit more in the scene, even if it's just a few more seconds, it'll make a little more sense. And it won't feel so incoherent, if that makes sense. But overall, no, I liked it. It's a hilarious horror comedy. I mean, when it got blood, it's just blood filled. I mean, bloody, and that bear is not messing around. And I know a lot of the different stories about bear attacks and just the things the bears do. They got it right. How bears actually, how they go after you. And it's like I said, it's brutal. The bears usually attack. When they attack, it's pretty slow in a way because they are just taking their time. It may seem like it's going quickly. They are taking their time tearing at you. And it's crazy, but it all power behind the bear. It's nuts. There's this dog in there that's great. There's a couple of post credit scenes that are amazing. And just the music choices were I enjoyed. Cocaine Bear was worth it. Not even gonna lie to you, it was worth it. I give it a 3.5 out of 5 full moons. I ain't even mad at it. I liked it. It's funny. I knew that it wasn't going to be something. Well, I mean, listen, it could win Best Picture. Who knows? Cocaine Bear could win Best Picture if it wants to, but I don't think it will. But no, it's a good time. For what it is a good fun time at the movies. So go check it out when you can. I know it's about to leave theaters soon, so whenever it hits streaming, if you get a chance to go see it in theaters, go see it in theaters before it leaves the theater. And if you want to wait till streaming, by all means, wait for it. It's a good time. So, guys, that's been my review of Cocaine Bear. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you always have a great, great, great rest of your evening. Remember, one pack, one nation, one smooth howl. I love you all. See you guys in the next one. Bye-bye. Oh, yes. Also, I refired Wolves of Midnight podcast on Spotify. I'm trying to go ahead and get the other platforms up and ready, but don't you worry, it's back. Go give it a listen, and remember, stay howling. Y'all gonna check me out at these here socials. I'll see you all in the next one. And by the way, make sure that you stay tuned for all types of content that I got going on at this here channel.
Oh, this Coke is so good.
One pack, one nation, one smooth hell.